everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, Sony Pictures and Marvel, not Marvel Studios, just Marvel, dropped the trailer for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, the sequel to the film Venom starring Tom Hardy. So I'm going to watch the trailer, let you guys know what I think about it, and discuss a little bit afterwards. So here we go. No eating people.
I say either.
Oh, God.
I say either. I say neither. And I say neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off.
They're definitely sticking with the comedic tone of the first film a little bit, aren't they?
Excuse me?
Wow.
Yummy.
I mean, at least he cooked him breakfast, right? I mean, that's a plus.
Good evening, Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Mrs. Chen.
He says hi.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
That's actually a good song selection for this trailer, based on the story. I really think so.
Because you and I are the same.
This year. Convenient that they said only this year, not the date. Ah, Daily Bugle reference.
And how do we leave them? Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes.
I see what you did there with the spider.
Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much.
This is great casting for Carnage, I'm not gonna lie. Oh.
Come chaos.
So did he already have the symbiote when he went to the lethal injection? Oh. As much comedy as they throw in, there is a lot of horror elements too. There it is, the money shot. Looks good to me. I'm sure they're going to tweak it more too as time goes on.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen.
What?
Nothing?
Poor Mrs. Chen. There's another great shot. All right, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm not going to lie. Seeing this trailer, I'm a little taken aback by the fact that they're still sticking with the comedy elements that they had in the first film. I know for me personally, going to see Venom in the theaters, I was very much taken aback by how much comedy and the type of comedy that they were doing, like chocolate and tater tots, which don't get me wrong. Now that I've seen it and I know what to expect, I love the comedy in this movie. But the first time I saw it with him jumping into a lobster tank and, talking about piling heads in the corner, it felt a little Deadpool to me. Not Venom. I mean, I granted, I'm not a big comic book reader, but from what I've been told, Venom does still have those comedic elements to the comics as well. So if that's the case, I'm not too upset about it. But again, I just didn't expect it going in, so it kind of took me back a little bit. But now that I've seen the Venom movie a few times, and I know what to expect, I know what this movie is going for, so I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this one and have fun with it, unlike the last one where I kind of felt like maybe I just didn't give it a fair shake. So I'm going to watch this movie again before the sequel comes out. I believe they said September 24th. The trailer said this year only in theaters. Conveniently did not mention the exact date, which I thought was kind of interesting because obviously with the pandemic, I'm sure Sony hopes it will release in September. But that is kind of flu season, coming around then, and maybe COVID spikes a bit. We don't know. Hopefully not, but they are definitely leaving the door open that they could move the date either forward or back, depending on the situation. So kind of smart, so they don't have to recut another version of the trailer. Also, I thought was interesting, a few little teases in this trailer. We had the Daily Bugle newspaper being read by, it looked like a cop. I'm not sure who that was. But the director, Andy Serkis, who played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings films, and it was Claw in a Black Panther movie and Civil War, or Age of Ultron. I don't remember, he might have been Civil War. I can't remember. So Andy Serkis, this is only, I believe, his third directorial film, if I remember correctly. He's not been directing for very long. So I'm interested to see what he does with this. But he's got the experience with the motion capture and the CGI stuff, so I think he'll be a great asset. But Andy Serkis did come out and say that this film is kind of in its own world. Venom and Carnage have no idea a Spider-Man exists. So that tells me the little nods they were given to the Daily Bugle, and they talk, there's a line that waiting around for a hero that never comes, and then I believe it was Cletus Cassidy Carnage who smashes the spider on the table. So they're definitely hinting that maybe we could see a Spider-Man show up at some point here. I don't know if Tom Holland, Kevin Feige did come out and say at one of their conventions or whatever that Spider-Man is a unique character in that he has the ability to jump from universe to universe. So, being this movie comes out before Spider-Man Far From Home in December, as of now, it does stand to reason that in Spider-Man No Way Home, when they're going to be doing this multiverse stuff with different alternate dimensions and universes, that Spider-Man may learn the ability to jump from world to world. And if that's the case, he very well could show up in the Venomverse at some point with Morbius and Venom and Carnage and any other character that Sony wants to produce under the Spider-Man banner, which obviously they own. They're kind of sharing Spider-Man with the MCU at this point. And it seems like Kevin Feige does not want to cross the streams, so to speak. Kudos if you get that reference. But yeah, I think Spider-Man could possibly show up in this eventually. I just don't know if it's going to happen right away, especially being the way the pandemic has shifted things around. Now, obviously, if you've seen the Morbius trailer that was supposed to come out before Spider-Man No Way Home, is now being released in January of 2022. And in that trailer, we saw Michael Keaton's Vulture, the same Michael Keaton who was in Spider-Man Homecoming, the MCU movie, in a Sony-verse film with Jared Leto's Morbius. So, again, how does the timeline work here, especially when we've got shifting release dates when Morbius was supposed to come out first, leading into Spider-Man No Way Home, and now Venom was always, I believe, before No Way Home. But, again, things have been shifted around. Are they going to have to edit the Morbius movie to take out that reference? Are they going to have to recut some things to kind of make it make sense based on the release dates we're getting here? We'll have to wait and see how all this plays out, but I'm very intrigued by this. I would love to see a Spider-Verse, being branched out here from the MCU. I want Spider-Man to stay in the MCU too, maybe come over when the Avengers or whatever the team is at this point needs him, and then he goes to do his own thing in the Spider-Man world. You could get like a crossover. It would be really trippy too to see like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse animated stuff being mixed with live action. That could be cool, kind of like a Space Jam thing. Or we could obviously get Venom, or he could go up against Kraven the Hunter, or a lot of these things that and then of course if they bring in Doc Ock and Electro, which we have been for the Amazing Spider-Man universe with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Why not do like multiple versions, continue those stories with those characters as well? Or Spider-Gwen with what's her name? Emma Stone. I think I know she died, spoiler alert, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but if you could rip them out of time at certain points in their lives, you could go back and get her before she died. They're obviously bringing back Doc Ock, who also supposedly died. So there are ways to do this that you could, just have this crazy storytelling, it could really expand the Spider-Man universe. And I know we've got a lot of Spider-Man in the past, but I think it'd be very interesting to see what they do with the multiverse stuff, and just the MCU alone, let alone all the Sony Spider-Verse stuff, the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters, the spunk, as the internet is calling it these days. But what do you guys think? I'm very excited to see what is going on with this universe. Comment down below, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know if you like the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer, and definitely hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
Three,